My beloved child, I invite you to listen closely to the voice of my heart. For I have seen your struggles, your hopes, and your deep longing for acceptance. And I am here to wrap you in the comfort of my everlasting care. I am always by your side, moment by moment, day by day, ready to guide your soul toward peace and joy. Forever assuring you that no storm can shake you from my grasp. Do not allow fear or doubt to overshadow the truth that you are cherished. You are adored, and you are not alone. For I am the light that illuminates your path. Lift your eyes toward the promise of better tomorrows, because I have much good in store for you, and I will see you through every valley you encounter. I call you into the refuge of my presence, reminding you that nothing can ever separate you from my tender love. For I am the one who watches over you with unyielding devotion and unchanging compassion. When shadows press in and your heart grows weary, remember that I stand vigilantly by your side, ready to shield you from harm and dispel every layer of darkness. You are precious to me, and I take delight in caring for your needs, in hearing your prayers, and in walking with you on every winding road that life presents. Stay close to me, keep trusting me, and watch as hope blossoms within your spirit. Because I have wonderful plans waiting just beyond the horizon. My child, hold fast to the assurance that I will never forsake you. For you are wrapped in the fold of my unfathomable grace, surrounded by my ceaseless mercies that greet you like the dawn each morning. Even in times when you cannot see a way forward, when obstacles feel insurmountable. Take heart in the knowledge that my hand is actively clearing paths, opening doors, and bringing order to what may seem like chaos. Always remember you are never alone, for I am always with you, enveloping you in my infinite love. You are uniquely formed with a purpose beyond your wildest imaginations. A purpose that I carefully placed in your innermost being when you first drew breath, and I celebrate every intricate detail of who you are. You are a precious jewel in my eyes, crafted with intentional care, and I do not want you to measure your worth by the fleeting standards of this world. In my gaze, you are a beloved masterpiece, a reflection of my heart's creativity and my unending devotion. When you feel overlooked or dismissed, remember this: I rejoice every time your heart turns toward me. Every time you whisper a quiet prayer. Every time you lift your eyes to the heavens and confess your trust in my unwavering care. I delight in your uniqueness, in the gifts that make you stand out in this vast tapestry of humanity, in the dreams you hold dear, in the laughter you share, and even in the tears that flow from the longings of your soul. You do not need to compare yourself to anyone, for your identity is secure in my love, and the talents I have placed within you are meant to bless others and glorify my name. Do not underestimate how dear you are to me, like a rare treasure stored in a place of utmost protection. You rest under my watchful eye. Keep reminding yourself that I, your maker, see you as irreplaceable, a vital part of my grand design, and my heart overflows with pride when I behold the growth of your faith. You may have believed the lie that you are not enough, that your contribution is small, or that your voice is drowned out by the noise of countless others. Yet I say to you, I cherish you. I have chosen you, and I already see the greatness within you, waiting to bloom in due season. There is a reason why I formed you with such care, a reason for each trait, each quirk, each dream, and each passion that sets your soul aflame. Embrace who you are in my sight. Hold on to the truth that your existence is by design, not by accident. You are not only loved, but also deeply celebrated in the courts of heaven. For your life is a song that resonates with my endless affection. I know your sleepless nights, those moments when you toss and turn, burdened by the uncertainties of tomorrow, wondering if your life truly matters in this ever-shifting world. I see how the pressures of daily responsibilities weigh you down like an invisible chain, how doubts creep in at the edges of your heart, telling you that you might fail or that you are unworthy. I hear the silent sobs you release, the prayers whispered in desperation, the yearnings to be understood, supported, and seen. Do not think for a moment that I am distant or unconcerned, for I stand closer than your very breath, absorbing each tear, each sigh, each unspoken fear that lingers in your thoughts. I am fully aware of the battles you face, the heartbreaks that threaten to fracture your spirit, and the uncertainties that loom like dark clouds on the horizon. I recognize the loneliness you sometimes feel when the crowd disperses and the quiet sets in. The pang of longing for deeper connections and a sense of belonging that truly nourishes your soul. Yes, I comprehend the grief of broken relationships, the worry for your children, your loved ones, your future. None of it escapes my notice. When the weight of these cares feels unmanageable, do not succumb to despair. Instead, remember that I have traveled the lonely roads, stood in your darkest nights, and carried you when you felt you could no longer walk. Even in those seasons of relentless trials, in times of waiting that appear endless, when you are tempted to believe that your prayers float away unheard, know that I am orchestrating answers behind the scenes. Just as a gardener prepares the soil before the first seed ever sprouts, so I am preparing circumstances in your life, weaving threads of redemption through the labyrinth of your struggles. I am not slow to respond out of indifference, but deliberate in timing out of wisdom and love, ensuring that the outcome will be far greater than anything you can envision. Stay steadfast, dear one, for I am the God who sees all, and I am already crafting solutions that exceed your imagination. I am your shield, the steadfast protector standing between you and every attack that seeks to diminish your hope or break your spirit. When the storms of life roar and waves of doubt threaten to capsize your faith, remember that you are not left to fend for yourself. I am your refuge in every storm, a mighty fortress that cannot be toppled by any earthly or spiritual force. Take heart and do not surrender to fear. For my presence is a hiding place where you can find rest, a serene dwelling untouched by the turmoil raging outside. I carry you under the shadow of my wings, speaking calm into your chaos, bringing light where the darkness looms. Yes, you may see adversity rising against you, unexpected financial issues, family conflicts, health concerns, and wonder. Where is my deliverance? But I say to you, I am here, forging a path through the wilderness, making streams flow in the desert, and orchestrating your rescue in ways that defy human logic. Even now, I am opening doors you cannot yet perceive, setting up divine appointments, and shifting events so that, in the end, you will marvel at how everything worked together for good. Let that assurance strengthen your heart. Nothing escapes my oversight, and I will not abandon you to any terror of the night. Trust in my unwavering commitment to keep you safe and guide you into the next chapter I have prepared. I call you to lay your burdens down at my feet, to turn your anxiety into earnest prayer and your fear into unwavering trust. For I am the one who tenderly invites you, saying, "Come to me, all who are weary, and I will give you rest." Do not hesitate to bring before me every concern, great or small, believing that my ears are always open to your cries, and my heart aches to see you trying to carry the entire weight alone. My shoulders are broad enough to handle every load, my arms strong enough to hold you when you feel weak, and my voice powerful enough to quiet every storm swirling in your mind. Talk to me as you would with a trusted friend, for you need no elaborate speech, no grand ceremony to capture my attention. Simply open your heart, share your daily joys and frustrations, your hopes for a better future, your regrets from the past. For I am not repelled by your messiness, nor dismayed by your failures. I am the one who loved you before you could love me in return. The one who stands ready to offer you infinite grace each time you stumble. Let your prayers be authentic and raw. For I am not impressed by polished words, but by a sincere heart that yearns to draw near. As you pour out your soul, watch how my peace gently settles, calming your troubled thoughts like a soothing breeze on a blistering day. I invite you to trust me more deeply, to release control of outcomes you cannot foresee, and to believe that my perspective sees beyond the veil of your current circumstance. A child does not question every decision of a loving parent, but rests in the knowledge that they are provided for, guided, and protected. In the same way, I urge you to rest in my sovereignty, to cease wrestling with anxious thoughts that do nothing but deplete your energy. Instead, place your faith in my capacity to do what is good, even when I answer in ways that differ from your original plan. Let your heart's posture be, "Father, have your way. I trust you." I understand that it can be daunting to surrender your ambitions, your timelines, or your cherished plans. Yet I promise you this: I hold your future in my hands, sculpted from my boundless love, designed to bring you hope and flourishing. My vantage point stretches across all time. My understanding weighs every nuance, and my compassion weaves a tapestry that includes your well-being at the center. Do not be afraid that you will lose something irreplaceable by yielding to me. For I assure you that any sacrifice, any redirection, or any postponed desire is orchestrated to refine your faith and align you with blessings far beyond your current vision. I am the author of your story, writing each chapter with perfect skill. I encourage you to lift your eyes from the narrow snapshot of your present trials to the grand horizon of my promises. For I have seen your tears and heard your prayers, and I declare that better days lie ahead. The difficulties you face will not endure forever, no matter how eternal they may seem in the throes of despair, because my power and my mercy triumph over every adversity, like dawn chasing away the darkest night. My grace emerges triumphant, illuminating paths you did not know existed, opening doors of opportunity that surpass your imagining. Stand firm, for I am working even now, turning heartbreak into growth, turning emptiness into abundance, turning mourning into dancing. I have prepared a future overflowing with blessings, not necessarily free from challenges, but rich in my presence and abounding in my favor. Do not fear the transitions or the unknowns, for my spirit goes before you like a pillar of fire, lighting your way with unwavering faithfulness. These storms will pass, and you will witness my miracles in the midst of chaos. Just as countless souls before you have testified to my delivering hand, Your story will reflect my glory if you hold fast to the anchor of my word, trusting that I can bring you through every flood and flame. Keep your gaze on me and watch how you emerge stronger, with a testimony that will inspire others. I see you standing at the crossroads, uncertain whether to press forward, pivot, or retreat, your heart beating with a mixture of anticipation and fear. Let my voice cut through the cacophony of doubt, whispering that you are not abandoned, that I am orchestrating each step with a loving precision that never errs. Let faith propel you onward, for in my presence, even the most complicated journey finds its resolution. I do not merely send you out unaccompanied. I walk beside you, overshadowing every threat with my might, overshadowing every dread with my peace. As you cling to me, I supply the courage you need to press on. When insecurities plague you, and the voices of the past or present suggest that you are inadequate, I remind you of this everlasting truth. My strength is made perfect in your weakness. If you feel unqualified or ill-equipped, that is precisely where my grace flourishes, transforming your limitation into an arena for my power to shine. For each frailty you perceive, I have a corresponding portion of my supernatural provision, ensuring that my purpose will not be hindered by your imperfections. Surrender those doubts, for I have not called you because you are flawless. I have chosen you because my love delights in making masterpieces out of your broken shards. Yes, I speak to you with kindness, but also with divine authority, urging you to step into your calling with confidence. You do not need to wait until your life is perfectly ordered or until you feel entirely prepared, because I am the one who qualifies the called, not the other way around. Take that leap of faith, for I stand ready to catch you, to mold your efforts into a tapestry of purpose you could never have woven on your own. Each act of obedience becomes a building block for your future. Each prayer a seed for breakthrough. Each day with me a testament to transformation. Trust in my leading, for I am well able to bring my plans to fruition. Your life is not an accident, nor a random sequence of events, but a carefully designed story that intersects with my grand narrative of redemption and grace. When you question whether your existence truly matters, remember that I have placed you here in this exact season, in these specific circumstances, for reasons that align with my kingdom. The love, kindness, and faith you display affect not only your own journey, but ripple outward, touching the lives of people you may never fully realize. Through your compassion, a discouraged soul might find hope. Through your generosity, someone might glimpse a reflection of my heart. Through your perseverance, a struggling neighbor might discover courage for another day. Let your life be a testimony that proclaims my goodness in a culture often starved for genuine grace. The world may be fraught with tension, confusion, and heartbreak, yet your life can shine like a lighthouse on a rocky shore, offering assurance that my love remains constant and my power remains sufficient. Do not underestimate the cumulative effect of small acts done in faith, the encouraging word, the forgiving gesture, the silent prayer on behalf of a friend, for these are the seeds from which mighty harvests grow. As you sow goodness in my name, you sow into eternity, building fruit that will never spoil or fade away. I know that sometimes you fear not being enough, that your abilities are meager and your opportunities limited. But I remind you, I fed thousands with just a few loaves and fish. I parted seas to rescue my people. I healed the sick with a mere touch. My power does not wane with time. My miracles are not relics of a distant past. Should you choose to believe, You will see wonders in your life, answers to prayer that leave you in awe, transformations that defy logical explanation, blessings that surpass your boldest dreams. Open your heart wide, dare to ask in faith, and watch me move in ways that confirm my unchanging sovereignty. When you are exhausted from life's demands and find it hard to keep going, I beckon you to draw near to the wellspring of my presence, where you will find renewal for your spirit. There is no shame in admitting weariness. Even my faithful servants throughout history knew moments of deep fatigue. I do not despise your limitations, but invite you to place them at my feet, receiving rest that the world cannot provide. Cast every burden upon me, worries for tomorrow, regrets from yesterday, anxieties about your capacity to thrive, and discover the sweet relief of leaning on the one who never slumbers, never becomes weary, and never steps away from caring for you. I also see the wounds that others cannot see, past betrayals, words that cut deep, perhaps childhood traumas you have yet to fully heal from. In your darkest nights, you may wonder if these scars define you, if you will carry them forever. But I assure you, I am the healer, the one who binds up the brokenhearted, the one who replaces ashes with beauty, sorrow with joy, and despair with praise. Healing might unfold gradually like dawn's light, or it might come in a transformative moment. But do not lose faith in my ability to restore. I am not merely patching the cracks in your heart. I am making you new, forging a stronger, more compassionate version of you. As you continue on this path, you might trip, you might fall, you might even doubt my love. Yet I remain steadfast, extending a hand to lift you from the dust, dusting off your regrets, wiping away your tears, and encouraging you to walk again. I do not demand perfection, for I remember you are human and prone to frailty. Rather, I desire your willing heart, your humble surrender, your sincere effort to choose my ways. So do not give up when you stumble, but allow my grace to cover every failing, turning your weaknesses into testaments of my immeasurable kindness. I encourage you now to fix your gaze forward, beyond the horizon of your current struggles, for I have charted a path that leads to growth, victory, and deeper relationship with me. The challenges you face are not random or meaningless. They are stepping stones that can elevate your faith to new heights, that can refine your character until it gleams with my likeness. My grace is sufficient to carry you through every disappointment, every tear, every heartbreak, and in the midst of trial, you will discover that I am your unfailing rock, your ever-present help, your guide into broader spaces of joy and purpose. When the voices around you fill your mind with gloom, remember my word that stands forever, unchanging in a transient world. I promise that those who wait on me shall renew their strength. They shall soar on wings like eagles. They shall run and not grow weary. They shall walk and not be faint. These promises hold true for you in this very moment, just as they have for countless others across generations. Let your heart rest in my scriptures. Draw near to the timeless truth they contain, and watch as your hope is fortified, your fears subdued, and your spirit empowered. I also call you to celebrate the small victories and blessings that accompany your journey. Yes, the warm embrace of a loved one, the surprise act of kindness from a neighbor, the sunlight breaking through gray clouds at just the right moment. These are not coincidences, but gentle reminders that I am intimately involved in your story, paying attention to details you might overlook. Cultivating a spirit of gratitude ignites your faith, making room for my peace and shining a light on just how frequently I intervene in the ordinary moments of your life. Embrace joy, for laughter nurtures your heart and stands as a testament that you are living in my grace. When you face temptation or old habits that threaten to pull you into harmful patterns, remember that I have equipped you with spiritual armor, truth, righteousness, faith, salvation, my word, and the power of prayer. Do not battle these forces alone, for I have stationed angels to assist you, and my Spirit dwells within you, granting wisdom and strength to resist. Even if you slip, if you yield to weakness, come quickly back to me in repentance and humility, for my arms remain open, longing to restore you. I do not shame you for your struggles. Instead, I champion your growth. I celebrate each step of freedom, and I cheer you on as you wage war against the influences that wish to stifle your potential. Now, my beloved, I place before you a future bright with my promises, a landscape of possibility shaped by my faithful hands. The storms you weather, the lessons you learn, they are forging in you a resilient heart, one that beats in tune with compassion for others walking a similar road. Through the empathy birthed from your trials, I can bring hope to many who think no one understands their plight. Yes, your journey is a lamp that illuminates paths for those in darkness, providing them a glimpse of what it means to be shielded by my love. I encourage you to visualize this future bursting with my blessings, open doors of opportunity, relationships refined by grace, physical, emotional, and spiritual health blossoming under my care. Even your hidden prayers, the ones you dared not whisper aloud, do not go unnoticed by me. I catch every sigh, store every tear, and translate them into testimonies of my intervention. Do not bury your hopes prematurely. Do not conclude that your best days are behind you. Rather, press on in confidence. For the tapestry I weave for you is a masterpiece of redemption, joy, and deep fulfillment. Keep your heart set upon me, for my love is the anchor that will never break free from your side. When weariness creeps in, draw from my well of strength. When questions arise, consult my word, for it is living and active, able to guide your every decision. Stay close to the community of believers I have placed around you, for iron sharpens iron, and mutual encouragement stokes the fire of faith in ways solitude cannot. I have not designed you to walk this path alone. You are a member of my family, a family knit together by my Spirit, united in my love. Remember, my love for you will never fade. No mistake you make can lessen my affection, and no achievement can heighten it, for it already rests in perfect fullness. My love is not a shifting shadow that changes with the wind. It is the bedrock upon which you can confidently stand. With each step you take, I am by your side, empowering you to flourish, wiping away your tears, and whispering words of affirmation into your soul. Let this reality steady you. I am yours, and you are mine, forever and ever. I bless you and your family, setting a hedge of divine protection around you, that no harm would triumph and that peace would dwell in your midst. May my presence saturate your home, your relationships, and every endeavor you undertake, filling your atmosphere with grace, laughter, and unity. Receive the fullness of my favor. Walk confidently in the knowledge that my face shines upon you, and let your heart overflow with gratitude for the countless acts of goodness I bestow each day. Believe that I am not done writing your story, and that the next pages will be filled with testimonies of my faithfulness, my miracles, and my sustaining power. Look forward with confidence, dear one, because the best is yet to come. The future is not bleak, but bright under the promise of my unwavering guidance, my unstoppable love, and my limitless ability to bring forth good from every situation. I have molded you for greatness, greatness measured not by worldly accolades, but by how thoroughly you reflect my kindness, compassion, and humility to a world hungry for light. Go forth, then, in the assurance that you are never alone. For I am always with you, enveloping you in my infinite love. I see your heart trembling with questions, and I want you to know how deeply I value you. Even when you sense a heavy silence around you, my spirit is moving quietly, weaving threads of hope into your life. I formed you for a purpose that surpasses every doubt you have. When the path darkens, my light remains, guiding each step. So take courage and let my promises strengthen you now. You are never alone. I am with you forever. Sometimes you wonder if anyone truly understands your silent cries, and I assure you that I hear every unspoken word. I gathered you in my arms long before you were aware of my presence. Every moment that seemed overlooked by others was precious to me. My grace sees beyond your weaknesses and illuminates the beauty of your soul. Let your heart rest in this truth. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. Do you sense the joy I feel when I watch over you? I take delight in every small step of faith you make. Even when you think you have failed, I see a seed of courage planted in the soil of your spirit. I see it growing, nurtured by my eternal love. I do not define you by your struggles. I define you by my promise. So step forward without fear. I bless you. Walk forward in peace. When storms surge around you and the chaos of life seems unbearable, remember that I am your refuge. I stand beside you like a mighty fortress that cannot be shaken. My voice calms the raging seas within your thoughts, reminding you that peace is more powerful than turmoil. You do not stand alone in the tempest, for I hold you with my unwavering hand. Stand firm in faith, for my love never leaves you. In moments when you feel overlooked, know that I consider you more precious than any jewel. Your worth is not defined by human opinions or fleeting achievements. I have placed a spark of my own splendor within you, a reflection of my divine nature that no darkness can extinguish. You shine even in the hidden corners where no applause is heard. I watch over you in every breath you take. I see the burdens you carry, the frustrations, the regrets, the dreams deferred. I am not distant or unmoved by the weight on your shoulders. Rather, I am close to your heart, taking each worry into my tender embrace. Remember the words from the Psalms. Though you walk through the valley of the shadow, fear no evil, for I am with you. Those words remain true today. You have my favor. Embrace this hope. Sometimes you might feel that you must earn my love, as if you could somehow impress me with flawless deeds. But I assure you, my love is not a reward for success. It is a gift flowing from my eternal character. I see your efforts and your struggles, yet my affection for you never wavers. Even in your setbacks, you cannot diminish my compassion. Let your heart breathe freely in this reality. I shelter you beneath my wings. Trust in my promise. I know how fear can creep into your thoughts, whispering that tomorrow is uncertain. Even so, I remind you that I hold the future in my hands, just as I hold you. Recall how I guided my people out of bondage in Exodus. The same power that parted the seas for their deliverance is at work in your life, paving new paths where none seemed possible. Remain steadfast, for I hold you in the palm of my hand. I rejoice in your existence. Let that truth sink deep. I rejoice over you, not over some perfected version of you, but over who you are right this moment. Your tears matter, your hopes matter, and every sigh of longing resonates in my heart. Whenever you question your purpose, remember that my delight in you is unwavering. Through every season, I sustain you with my grace. I fill your spirit with courage. Do not be afraid. When guilt weighs you down, and you wonder if your past mistakes have pushed you too far from my mercy, pause and listen to my voice. I am the same one who declared in the book of Isaiah that though your sins be like scarlet, they can be as white as snow. My forgiveness is not limited by your failures. It is defined by my perfect love. Embrace the cleansing power of my grace. Rest in my peace, and you will see new wonders. Your identity is rooted in me, not in the shifting sands of societal approval. When the world says you must measure up to certain expectations, I say you are already cherished. You are already mine. I created you with distinct gifts and a divine calling that no one else can fulfill. Keep your eyes on me rather than on the judgments of others. You are never alone. I am with you forever. Consider how a shepherd tends his flock, guiding them to green pastures even when they do not see the path ahead. In the same way, I lead you step by step to places of rest you never anticipated. My voice calls out in the wilderness of your worries, drawing you nearer to the peace I have prepared. Even if you wander, I gently bring you back. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. I know you sometimes wrestle with questions about your future, as though you must figure out every detail yourself. But I invite you to lean on my wisdom, which surpasses human understanding. Look at how I guided Joseph through betrayal and imprisonment in Genesis, turning trials into triumph. I can transform your challenges into testimonies of my faithfulness. You only need to trust me enough to follow my lead. I bless you. Walk forward in peace. When doubt whispers that you are insignificant, recall how I breathed life into you, shaping your purpose before the foundations of the world. I formed you in my image with dignity and clarity of purpose. Let that truth dispel every lie that diminishes your value. Bask in the knowledge that I have a plan for your life, filled with promise and light. Stand firm in faith, for my love never leaves you. You may feel unworthy at times, as though your past disqualifies you from my blessings. But I look at your heart, not at your record of failures. My grace runs deeper than your shortcomings. Like a river, it flows endlessly, washing away every blemish. Think of how I welcomed the prodigal home in the Gospels, not with condemnation, but with celebration. Let me draw you into my open arms now. I watch over you in every breath you take. Though adversity may rise against you, I am the shield who protects and the comforter who heals. No weapon formed against you shall stand, because my power is a fortress that cannot be breached. Even if trouble presses hard, my spirit within you is stronger. Trust that I am bigger than any obstacle you face. You have my favor. Embrace this hope. I see that you sometimes compare yourself to others, wondering if you measure up. But let me remind you, I fashioned you uniquely. Your gifts and talents are like a tapestry I wove together. Just as different flowers bloom in different seasons, so you will flourish at the appointed time. Do not let envy or insecurity uproot the seeds of greatness in you. I shelter you beneath my wings. Trust in my promise. In the Gospel of John, I call myself the bread of life, meaning I am the sustenance your soul needs most. When you hunger for acceptance or thirst for purpose, come to me. I offer living water that quenches the deepest thirst. My presence satisfies you in ways no earthly pleasure can. Let go of the fleeting pursuits that drain you and embrace my eternal nourishment. Remain steadfast, for I hold you in the palm of my hand. Your tears are never forgotten. They are like precious droplets that I hold dear. I know each one, and I turn sorrow into joy in my perfect timing. When Mary wept at the tomb, I called her by name. In the same way, I call you by name, reminding you that the story is not over. Resurrection power breaks through the darkest nights. I fill your spirit with courage. Do not be afraid. Sometimes, the simplest prayer stirs the greatest miracles. Speak to me from the depths of your heart, and do not worry about fancy words. I understand the silent aches and the yearnings too deep for expression. Just as I heard the cries of my people in Exodus and led them to freedom, I hear you now. Open your heart and watch what I will do. Rest in my peace, and you will see new wonders. When you feel my presence, it is not a coincidence. It is my deliberate and loving touch. I rejoice when you acknowledge me, for I delight in our closeness. Like a father who kneels to embrace his child, I lower my ear to listen to your whispered prayers. Look for my footprints along your journey, for I walk with you in every season. You are never alone. I am with you forever. Think about the times you felt the least deserving of kindness, yet someone offered it anyway. That kindness came from me, a reflection of my grace working through people. I orchestrate small acts of mercy to remind you that I see your struggles. The love you receive from others is ultimately a glimpse of my unending devotion. Keep your heart open to receiving and giving that love freely. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. Let me remind you, I have placed a crown of favor on your head. Even if you do not see it, the kingdom of heaven recognizes who you are in me. Lift your eyes above the troubles of this world, for you belong to my royal family. Embrace your identity as a child of the King. Step forward with confidence. I bless you. Walk forward in peace. You might question whether your life truly matters in the grand scheme. Let me assure you, every moment you live has significance in my sight. Even the simplest acts of compassion become seeds that grow into eternal harvests. Your daily faithfulness shines like a lamp set on a stand, illuminating those around you who have lost their way. Keep shining with authenticity. Stand firm in faith, for my love never leaves you. I am not a distant deity, unmoved by your trials. I am the one who carried the cross, proving my love through sacrifice. My heart breaks over your pain, and my arms open wide to ease your burdens. Turn to me with every doubt, every fear, and see how I transform them into testimonies of hope. Let my grace be your refuge. I watch over you in every breath you take. I know the questions that haunt you late at night. Will I ever be free from this anxiety? Am I truly accepted? Let me replace those doubts with my steadfast assurance. As I proclaimed in Revelation, I make all things new. I am renewing you day by day, shaping you into a more radiant reflection of my love. Be patient, for my timing is perfect. You have my favor. Embrace this hope. Sometimes you feel a stirring in your spirit, a longing for something greater than what your eyes can see. That is my call, gently leading you to deeper faith. Do not ignore it or brush it aside. Welcome that holy discontent, for it draws you closer to the life you are meant to live. Dare to pray boldly, expecting me to answer. I shelter you beneath my wings. Trust in my promise. Consider how my people faced walls of Jericho, too high to climb and too strong to break. Yet, at my command, those walls crumbled. The barriers you face may seem insurmountable, but my voice still carries the power to topple them. Cling to this hope. Your obstacles are not permanent. They will give way under my authority. Believe in that power now. Remain steadfast, for I hold you in the palm of my hand. Have you noticed how the darkest nights give way to the dawn? This pattern reflects my faithfulness. No matter how prolonged your valley may seem, morning always comes with new mercies. Let the sunrise remind you that I am writing fresh beginnings for you. Day after day, I whisper my promises into your spirit, renewing your strength. Do not be afraid to hope again. I fill your spirit with courage. Do not be afraid. When I look at you, I see a child formed by love. Regardless of the labels the world places on you, my label is beloved. You are not defined by your mistakes or by the opinions of others. Trust my perspective above all else. When others see flaws, I see potential. When others judge, I show mercy. Live in the freedom of my acceptance. Rest in my peace, and you will see new wonders. Embrace the quiet moments, for in the stillness, you can sense my voice more clearly. Sometimes you seek grand signs, but I also reveal myself in gentle whispers. As Elijah found me not in the wind or earthquake, but in a still, small voice, so you will find me in the hush of your heart. Let these subtle encounters renew your faith. You are never alone. I am with you forever. There is no season of your life that I waste. Even the most painful chapters become stepping stones toward growth and compassion. Do you recall how Joseph's trials led him to a place where he could save many lives? Similarly, the challenges you face are not meaningless. I am weaving them into a narrative of redemption for you. Trust that I am at work behind the scenes. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. My arms are always open, but you have to take the step to rest in them. When you feel unworthy, recall my own words in the Gospels. Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. That invitation stands eternally. Do not hesitate, for I long to renew your strength and calm your anxieties. Allow me to carry what you cannot. I bless you. Walk forward in peace. In your weakest moments, I reveal my strength. It is then you discover a power that transcends your limitations. When you cannot walk on your own, I carry you. When the battle is beyond your ability, I fight on your behalf. My grace is sufficient in every trial. Like Paul experienced, your weakness is a canvas for my glory. Surrender your burdens to me and watch what I will do. Stand firm in faith, for my love never leaves you. Whenever your mind is clouded with uncertainty about the next step, pause and let me guide you through my word. Remember how the Psalms declare, "Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path." I still use Scripture to illuminate your decisions. In those sacred pages, my voice resonates with everlasting truth. Take hold of it, and you will find direction and hope. I watch over you in every breath you take. I celebrate your trust in me, even when it is small and wavering. A mustard seed of faith can move mountains, for the power lies not in the seed, but in the one who nurtures it. Offer me the tiniest spark of belief, and I will fan it into a fire that cannot be extinguished. Let your spirit rise in confidence as you see my hand at work. You have my favor. Embrace this hope. Sometimes you might think you have to have all the right words in prayer, but truly, I treasure the sincerity of your heart more than any elaborate speech. Speak plainly, cry out, or even remain silent if words fail you. I understand every groan of your soul. Let your guard down with me, for my presence is a safe haven. As I said in John's Gospel, I am the Good Shepherd, and I lay down my life for you. I shelter you beneath my wings. Trust in my promise. Are you aware that my angels stand guard over you? Though you may not see them, they are part of my divine protection in your life. From the moment you wake to the moment you sleep, I orchestrate countless mercies to shield you from danger. Hold on to the assurance that spiritual help is real and constant. I direct every circumstance for your ultimate good. Remain steadfast, for I hold you in the palm of my hand. I pour out my peace like a river, refreshing your soul in moments of chaos. You can receive that peace by simply acknowledging my sovereignty over your storms. Remember how I calmed the raging sea with just a word. That same authority is at work for you now, silencing the noise of worry. Let my peace envelop you completely, renewing your perspective. I fill your spirit with courage. Do not be afraid. Look back at what I have already done for you. Count the blessings, the answered prayers, and the quiet transformations in your life. Let gratitude rise within you, because gratitude opens your eyes to my ongoing work. If I was faithful then, I will be faithful now. I do not change. Your testimonies of the past are a beacon for your future steps. Rest in my peace, and you will see new wonders. Even when others fail to recognize your potential, I see the gifts I have placed within you. I see your capability to love, to serve, and to make a difference. Let me draw those gifts to the surface. Do not bury them in fear or self-doubt. Offer them back to me, and I will multiply them for my kingdom's cause. You are never alone. I am with you forever. I designed you with a purpose that aligns with my grand story. Sometimes you feel too small to participate, but I remind you of David facing Goliath. What mattered was not David's stature, but his trust in me. In the same way, your willingness to rely on my strength outweighs any seeming disadvantage. Stand up to the giants in your life with the confidence that I fight alongside you. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. Treasure the times you sense my spirit nudging you toward compassion. These moments allow you to reflect my heart to a hurting world. When you show mercy, speak kindly, or serve selflessly, you embody my love. Every act of kindness echoes through eternity. Even if no one else notices, I notice, and I delight in your faithful obedience. I bless you. Walk forward in peace. I know you long for clear answers. Sometimes my plan for you unfolds gradually, step by step, because I want you to trust me daily, not just occasionally. Patience might feel hard, but in patience, your faith deepens. Keep your hands in mine and your eyes fixed on my promises. As you do, the path becomes clearer and your heart finds calm. Stand firm in faith, for my love never leaves you. My words hold the power to create life where there was none. In Genesis, I spoke the world into existence. Today, I still speak life over you. Let every syllable of my promises revive your hope, dissolve your fears, and refresh your spirit. You are my masterpiece, crafted with intention and care. Choose to live fully in the reality of my sustaining word. I watch over you in every breath you take. Yield your anxieties to me, for worry adds not a single day to your life. Instead, I offer an exchange. Give me your cares, and I will give you my peace. When you feel heaviness closing in, remember that my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Let me lift the oppressive thoughts so you can walk freely. You have my favor. Embrace this hope. Even when your future appears uncertain, never doubt that I am already there ahead of you, preparing the way. Take comfort in the knowledge that I see the end from the beginning, and my plans for you are good. Just as I guided the Israelites with a pillar of cloud by day and fire by night, I will guide you through unfamiliar territories. I shelter you beneath my wings. Trust in my promise. Pause and consider the unconditional nature of my love. It knows no bounds and carries no hidden demands. I love you because I am love itself, and I chose you from before time began. Cling to this foundation and let it shape how you view yourself and others. When you are rooted in my love, fear loses its hold and hope flourishes. Remain steadfast, for I hold you in the palm of my hand. Have you ever noticed the peace that rises in your heart after you pray? That quiet assurance is my presence, reminding you that I hear every plea. There is no prayer too small or too large for my attention. Like the father in the Psalms who runs to protect his children, I rush to respond with compassion. Believe that your cries do not echo into emptiness, but reach my throne of grace. I fill your spirit with courage. Do not be afraid. Even when your faith feels like a flickering flame, I will not snuff it out. I tend to your trembling soul with gentleness, fanning the embers until they burn brightly again. You see, my kindness leads to renewal, not condemnation. Trust me to handle your fears with understanding. Let every weak moment become a testimony of my sustaining power. Rest in my peace, and you will see new wonders. I am writing a wondrous future for you, far exceeding what you could craft for yourself. Though you face setbacks, remember that I specialize in making beauty from ashes. When your plans crumble, it is not a sign of my absence, but an invitation to discover a better path shaped by my hand. Embrace change as part of my design, and see how I transform disappointment into joy. You are never alone. I am with you forever. Whenever you feel like giving up, close your eyes and let me whisper words of life. I call you my child, my delight, my treasured one. Your limitations are real, but my power has no limit. Your heartbreak is real, but my comfort is endless. Let me sustain you like a rock that stands unmoved by the waves. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. Know that my grace is not just a temporary rescue. It is an endless ocean that continually refreshes your soul, like waves returning to the shore. My mercy comes to you anew every morning. If you stumble, my grace picks you up. If you stray, it draws you back. Do not think you have exhausted my compassion, for it is infinite. Lean on this unceasing gift. I bless you. Walk forward in peace,